Good afternoon, everybody. WooFDriver coming at you. We're live, free-ranging, way back in the woods on kind of a hot, humid day, relatively speaking, for what we're getting, the kind of temperatures we're getting. You can see WooFPAK chugging right along. Got our little sister with us, GiGi, and I don't let her off leash because she's too small in this area, and there's too many animals that could be floating through here, and too much trouble she can get into. But she can certainly tag along and walk with me. We're getting to a little bit of a more treacherous, but you can see she trucks right over this. How cool is this, folks? Love all the dogs here with me, running free, off leash. And just got to look myself. This is a real desolate area, so I'm just making sure no animals. Last time we were back here, there was a possum. During the day, it was a baby. Chased him up the tree. So, hey guys. Well, boys. So you can see, I don't know if you can see, Chase through the woods and Zorro over there. Princess here, just giving you ATVs over there. Yes, we had the ATV to get back here. We're really deep. Knee deep in the hoopla. So, Chase is coming out from the shadows right about now. You can see him. And this is so cool. In case you're just joining us, I am the WooFDriver, and I think most of you know me by now. I do a lot of different activities with the dogs. These are huskies, especially activities that will appeal to their instinctual side because they're huskies and they need to be constantly challenged, as well as they're prey driven. So they need a lot of exercise, and that's part of the challenge. See GiGi, look at her forging towards the water. She wants to get some of that in too. She's, let me have some water, Dad. There you go, good girl. She wants to drink the same way the big dogs drink. Now these two are right on the edge here. This is Frickin' Frack, in case you didn't notice it. Chase and Zorro, and they're always palling around together. So here's Jag and Princess. Princess is about 13 and a half. I missed it, sorry. I was trying to get him. He jumped off that little cliff-like edge there, and that was pretty cool. But this is kind of like Call of the Wild. We're back here in the middle of the woods where few people come because it's a swampy kind of area. These are private lands, but even that being said, it's hard to know what's back here because there's nothing really to do back here, relatively speaking. So they're not well traveled, which is good. The wildlife's apparent and everything's kind of intact. You can see how this is eroded. This stream that we're on changes constantly with a good rainfall because there's no real water management. Most places you go to have water management systems. Try to get my, I think I'm zoomed in here. Yeah, trying to take it out a little bit. So, Zorro. Sometimes we'll walk up that hill. Actually, we could truck up that hill. See how GiGi feels. Good boy. See, I call Zorro and he comes right away, and that's the way it's supposed to be. Now, I don't have great reception here, so when I get on the ATV, it's going to be hard for me to film. That's Princess, and she amazes me every day. Her muscle tone is excellent, and her stamina is incredible, especially for a gal her age. Again, she's 13 and a half. Look at her just come right down that hill like it's nothing. She hears me talking about her. She's coming over towards me. When you say their names, they know what time it is. So we're going to walk through the stream. GiGi's just having a great time. I'm loving watching her take her time and go through these grounds as well. Come on, G. So you can see she's going right through the stream. And again, she is on leash because I don't know what we're going to run into back here. There's been lots of animals through this area. It's undisturbed for the most part, as I've explained. So anything could be lurking back here. The big dogs will mostly keep everything away. But with her, as she could get off to the side pretty easily and would be in jeopardy possibly if a larger animal comes through, especially a bird of prey at her size. There she is. She's watching her big brothers and big sister. Hey guys, Jake, boy. Chase. And you just call them. They're trained to respond like this. Huskies are virtually impossible to have off leash. So lots of people will tell you, and lots of books and trainers, never let a husky off leash. Chase. Chase. Good boy. Good boy. Because they're so prey driven and they're so aloof, very independent in their style, one of the closest breeds to the wolf, that they will just keep on trying at you and not be responsive like a lot of other breeds would. Zorro! So Chase, and you got to know their limitations. They can definitely be trained to do this. Of course, here comes Zorro. They can definitely be trained, obviously, to do this. But there are certain things that you can ask from them that you're not going to get them to be as responsive to. And you have to understand that and know what you're dealing with and know how to appeal them to get them to act accordingly, to be able to do an activity like we're doing right here. You can see way deep in the woods. Now, they do have GPS tracking collars on them. So I use a Garmin Alpha 100, which is Garmin merged with a company called Tritronics. And they make these wonderful GPS collars. There's the G girl. So, and she is a Chinese crested. This allows me to keep track of the dogs if they do get off course. Like, for instance, we're getting into the warmer months, so everything's blossomed here, as you can see, and the dogs can be 20 feet away from me, but I can't see them because they're deep in the woods or deep under the brush that's pretty green and pretty grown at this time. During the winter, it's a lot easier. But then I look at my GPS collar, and I can say, oh, no. Good boys. They just chased the mouse out of the tree. It was a, I could tell by, Chase, you're not going to catch him. Chase! Chased the mouse out of a tree. I'm assuming it was a chipmunk. Little cough. And I can tell, by the way, that's what they do. They'll actually get on the lighter trees and try to shake animals that climb it. Try to shake them. Easy. Good boy. Good girl. That's what Chase did. So anything can happen out here. Again, I'm not going to let them hurt anything. Come on, guys. Chase. Zorro. Chase. Zorro. Good boy. Good boy. And you can see. Chase. Good boy. Good boy. And he's really amped up because something came out of the tree that he was responsible for. He didn't get a hold of it. A small animal like that's going to be hard for him to get a hold of in this thick foliage here. But bigger animals could be lurking. So, such as possums and raccoons. And even groundhogs can climb trees. This is the three of them. That's Zorro, in case you didn't know. Now, Jag is ground because he wants to play. Jag, calm down. And that's great socialization. We're just back here, and Jag, I'm going to discourage it because Princess is here. Jag, and they get carried away, and she, being the mama that she is right there, doesn't want her boys wrestling without her getting involved, and then it becomes a whole scene. But look, he's got his tail. I got to show you this. This is what they do. And, you know, it was once a veterinarian said to me, my veterinarian at the time, said to me, and they were another husky family I had, that only a dog knows how to play with another dog. And it is so true because they know what kind of tolerance they have for tail pulling and when they're playing. Now, obviously, when they're fighting, it's different, but we stay away from the fighting aspect. That's why you'll hear me in a pretty stringent voice talking to them in some ways, because they're huskies and we're out here in the wild. Very, again, they have that pack-like mentality, that hierarchy, and so sometimes they'll challenge each other. Come on, guys. For different positions. Chase! Jag! No! Jag, here! Jag! No! Princess, here. Good boys. Jag. Princess, stop. Chase, here. Here. Watch what I do. No. Good boys. That's how you stop that. Just calling them to me. Princess, good girl. Stay. Chase. See, once one is moving and running from the others, it starts a big chase. Jag, good boy. Jag, no. Good boy. It starts a big melee. And it's all in good fun, except, Jag, no. No. Good boy. Sometimes you got to be really firm. No, Jag, he doesn't want to play. Hey. So sometimes, Jag. Good boy. Jag. Now I'm going to bring him to me on a plot. Plots. Jag. Plots. Good boy. Plots. Jag. Good boy. Plots. Oh. Plots. Now that's the sign to them to relax. It means lay down, but because we're not in a position where he can lay down, he knows that's what I want. So he'll retreat a little in his, and it's all good fun. They want to play in. Here's Princess. Look at her enjoying that, rolling around. So that's how, sometimes you don't want to be too strict on their playing around because it's excellent socialization. Jag, good boy. I don't want him to go too far because we're going to head the other way. It's excellent socialization, but at the same time, I have to keep it in check because of the elder gal thinks that they get a little too rowdy, and she likes to mix in with it, and sometimes that creates a little bit of stress and tension between her and the boys. And that's what I'm saying. You have to know your pack. You have to know your dogs and the situations that they can get into so you can better manage them and let them have fun. Now look at Jag right there. He's laying down. So he knew I meant to relax. If I can find him on the screen here. I'm sorry. There he is. By the way, folks, if you have any comments, look at that. How cute is that? And they're all wonderful dogs with an excellent temperament. Hey, look at that. Groomer's not going to be happy with you, Jag. Princess laying there. And Chase going back towards the tree where he saw what he did. Come on, G. Where he saw the... Oh, sorry, I gotta make this smaller. Jag! That's a sign he wants to play again. Come on. Jag. Good. Ho! So. Good boy. Look how good we are. Good boy, Jag. Now, GiGi rides in the ATV with me. So, that's where I'm headed to now. And everybody's following along real good. And I'll keep you folks, I'll keep you on as long as we can. Come on, G. She's actually having so much fun because usually we're just riding up there. She doesn't necessarily get to. I'm going to try to move the camera, folks. Hoping you can see. Oh. So I'm back with you. I'm going to have to put this, I apologize, like that, just so I can put GiGi back in the ATV. And we'll try to get moving along. I'll see if I can keep you with me while we're running on the ATV and see how the dogs do. You can get a real look. Good girl, GiGi. That was a really good little outing for GiGi. So, I'm back with you, folks. Trying to get this. Doesn't want to adjust the camera real good. There we go. Come on, guys. So, here we are. We're back. Now I'm in the ATV, and I'm moving along. I might lose you. Really rough woods around here. Come on, guys. Jag, Chase, Zorro. Here. Watch this, folks. See them from this cliff? How cool is that? Okay, there's Jag. I don't know if you caught him. Look at Chase up on the cliff. See, let's see how he goes down. Yeah, he's a little more of a daredevil. He's not going to jump off it and hurt himself. He knows this area, but here comes Zorro from the other side. Good boy. So, GiGi is with me in the ATV. I know you all saw her. I hope you did before. So again, she's a little 10-pound Chinese crested. And I'm riding over some branches, so I'm trying to pay attention and narrate at the same time. This is the thick of it. We're really back in the woods where there's lots of indigenous animals around here, as I mentioned, small animals, raccoons, possums, and I mention them during the day because they are out during the day sometimes. as we move along, this is like a WooFPAK going through an area. So they go to defend if they have a nest or whatever. There's Jag. Jag, easy. Boy, and again, I'm going to give Jag a couple of verbal corrections to let him know to keep it cool here. So, and this is really rugged terrain. That's why GiGi is relatively seat belted in with me. As you see, she's enjoying the view because of how treacherous this is. And again, that's why I refer back to why I'm using an ATV. I can access areas that I might be able to access on foot if you give me about a day. So, and what I mean that is like just climbing that hill that was muddy, and there's trenches all along, and there's brush, and there's a lot of holes that you don't see that you can fall into. So it would take me a day just to probably, realistically, an hour or two just to get through that area. And of course the dogs will long be bored waiting for me. But when I'm on the ATV, I can get to these areas and run them really well, while the dogs, I can keep up with them basically at the speeds they want to go. So we're coming back now. The stream you saw us in meanders all through this property. It's kind of neat because they can always have access to water, especially when it's warm. And I told you it is warm. There's a lot of humidity in the air because we've had so much rain lately. Come on, Zorro! Zorro! He had found something up there, probably the carcass of a deer. I'm thinking there's carcasses back here. Jag! So when one dog gets ahead of me, come on, Zorro! Here! Zorro! Zorro! Jag! Here, guys! Good boy. Come on, Zorro! Let's go! Zorro! Zorro! Let's go. Come on. Come on, good boy. And I was going to give him, I have an audio tone that I've taught them to, which different tones mean different reactions, like come to me, leave it alone, plots, whatever. And it's on my controller, which is a little hard for me to get to, so I'd rather use my voice. And it's kind of more assertive when I use the tone commands. Come on, guys! Now you can see they're way ahead of me. Actually, one is right there, but they'll wait for me. See, they're all waiting right here. How cool is that? And that's their training. They can get, when I train them, I taught them to get only so many yards away from me, and it varies from Princess! Good girl. So, oh, I'm back with you. So we're going through an area where I know there was a carcass of an animal, probably from hunters back in the winter, and the birds have deteriorated it, besides the rest of nature, but the dogs are always interested and curious about that. So I want to keep them going, and that can create a little bit of heartache too. When I say heartache, a little bit of turbulence with them. Look at this, right off the cliff. There's that stream meandering through here. And you can see, folks, it's really clean water, but there's mud through there, and the rain stirs it up, etc. Jeez. So it's really